Picture this. You're 17 years old, strapped into an airplane seat high above the Amazon jungle. The sky outside is a swirling mass of dark clouds, pierced by jagged bolts of lightning. The plane shakes violently. Your heart pounds. Then, in an instant, the world turns upside down. The aircraft rips apart midair, and you're plummeting 10,000 feet through a raging storm toward the unforgiving jungle below. This isn't fiction. This is the true story of Juliane Koepcke, a teenage girl who survived a catastrophic plane crash, endured 11 days alone in the Amazon, and walked out alive. Her story is a testament to courage, resilience, and the sheer will to survive against impossible odds.
Welcome to suspense, mystery, crime, horror, inspiration, survival. Phantom Archive. Subscribe.
Let's go back to December 24, 1971. It's Christmas Eve in Lima, Peru. Juliane Koepcke, a bright, quiet 17-year-old, boards LANSA Flight 508 with her mother, Maria Koepcke. Juliane is no ordinary teenager. Born to German zoologist parents, she spent much of her life in the Amazon, where her parents run a biological research station called Panguana. She knows the jungle's beauty, its vibrant birds, towering trees, and hidden streams. But she also knows its dangers, venomous snakes, jaguars, and relentless insects. Today, though, she's just a girl excited to see her father, Hans Wilhelm Koepcke, for Christmas in Pucallpa, a city 500 miles away. The flight should take less than an hour. It's supposed to be routine. Juliane and her mother settle into their seats, row 19 near the window. The plane, a Lockheed L-188 Electra, hums with the chatter of 92 passengers and crew. Families, holiday travelers, and locals fill the cabin, their voices mingling with the drone of the engines. Juliane gazes out the window, her short brown hair framing her face, her glasses perched on her nose. The sky is clear at first, a pale blue stretching over the Andes. But as the plane crosses into the Amazon basin, the horizon darkens. Storm clouds gather, thick and ominous. Lightning flickers in the distance. Juliane feels a knot in her stomach. Her mother, a calm and composed ornithologist, pats her hand. "It's just turbulence," she says softly.
It's okay, honey. It's gonna be
but
okay.
The plane begins to shudder. The turbulence grows worse. Drinks spill on trails. Overhead bins rattle. Passengers exchange nervous glances. Juliane grips the armrest, her knuckles white. Outside, the storm intensifies. Lightning flashes closer now, illuminating the cabin in stark, fleeting bursts. The plane lurches violently, pitching up and down. A woman across the aisle gasps. A child cries. Juliane's mother remains steady, but her eyes betray a flicker of worry. Then, at 12:36 p.m., the unthinkable happens. A bolt of lightning strikes the right wing. A deafening boom fills the cabin. The plane shakes as if gripped by a giant hand. Sparks fly outside the window. The fuel tank ignites, and the aircraft begins to disintegrate. Metal screams. The cabin splits apart. Juliane's world spins into chaos. She feels her mother's hand slip from hers. The roar of wind drowns out the screams. Strapped to her seat, Juliane is sucked out of the plane, tumbling through the storm. She's falling 10,000 feet through clouds and rain, the jungle rushing up to meet her. Her glasses are torn away. Her vision blurs. The air is a deafening howl. She blacks out, her body spinning toward the unknown. When Juliane opens her eyes, it's Christmas Day. She's lying in the Amazon jungle, still strapped to a row of seats. Pain shoots through her body. Her right collarbone is broken. a sharp ache with every breath. A deep gash on her leg throbs. Her left shoe is gone, leaving one foot bare. Her glasses are missing, making the world a hazy blur. She's alone, surrounded by dense undergrowth, tangled vines, and the ceaseless hum of insects. The Amazon is a place of beauty, but it's also a merciless wilderness. Jaguars prowl in the shadows. Caimans lurk in murky waters. Swarms of mosquitoes and flies descend on any exposed flesh. Juliane, dazed and injured, is now at the mercy of this unforgiving world. She takes stock of her situation. Her dress, a sleeveless mini from the 1970s, is torn and useless against the jungle's thorns. Her broken collarbone limits her movement. The gash on her leg is already attracting flies. She checks her pockets and finds a small bag of candy, her only food. She knows it won't last long. Her parents' teachings flood her mind. Her father, a zoologist, taught her to survive in the wild. Her mother, an expert on Amazonian birds, showed her how to read the jungle's signs. Juliane knows one thing for certain: she must find water. Dehydration will kill her faster than hunger. She listens for the faint trickle of a stream, a trick her father taught her, and slowly stands, wincing in pain. The jungle is a labyrinth. Towering trees block the sun, casting dappled shadows. Vines tangled her feet. Every step is agony, with her bare foot sinking into mud or catching on roots.
Mama!
She calls out for her mother, her voice hoarse and weak. Mama! Mama! The jungle swallows her cries. No one answers. She stumbles upon fragments of wreckage, twisted metal, a suitcase, a seat cushion, but no
Mama?
survivors. Her heart sinks, but she pushes forward. She finds a small stream and kneels to drink, the cool water soothing her parched throat. She knows the water might carry parasites, but she has no choice. Staying alive means taking risks. Juliane decides to follow the stream downhill. Her father once told her that water leads to rivers, and rivers lead to people. It's her best hope. She rations her candy, eating one piece a day. The jungle is relentless. Mosquitoes swarm her face. Flies buzz around her wounds. The humidity clings to her skin, making every movement feel heavy. Her bare foot bleeds from thorns and sharp rocks. Her broken collarbone throbs with every step. Yet she keeps moving, driven by a single thought: survive for her parents. Days blur together. On the third day, her candy supply dwindles to a few pieces. Hunger gnaws at her stomach. She knows most jungle plants are toxic, so she resists the temptation to eat unknown berries. She drinks from the stream, her only sustenance. At night, she curls up on the ground, shivering in her thin dress. The jungle comes alive with sounds: rustling leaves, distant animal calls, the hum of insects. She's terrified, but exhausted, drifting into an uneasy sleep. By the fourth day, Juliane encounters her first major threat. A caiman, its eyes glinting in the stream, watches her. She freezes, recalling her father's advice: stay still, and it might leave you alone. Her heart pounds. The caiman glides away, disappearing into the murky water. She exhales, trembling. The jungle is testing her, but she refuses to give up. She keeps walking, her bare foot now swollen and cut, her infected leg wound burning with every step. On the fifth day, she finds more wreckage. A piece of the plane's fuselage lies tangled in vines. Nearby, she sees a body, lifeless and broken. Her stomach churns. She calls out again, hoping against hope for her mother. Silence. Grief threatens to overwhelm her, but she forces herself to move on. She can't stay here. She has to keep going. The stream is her guide, her lifeline. She clings to it, following its winding path through the jungle. By the 6th day, hunger is a constant ache. Her candy is nearly gone. Her vision, blurry without her glasses, makes every shadow a potential threat.
Juliane!
She begins to hallucinate. Faint voices, fleeting glimpses of her parents. She shakes her head, trying to stay focused. She fashions a stick to support her injured arm, easing the pain in her collarbone. The jungle is wearing her down, but her will to survive burns brighter. She remembers her mother's strength, her father's wisdom. She won't let them down. On the 7th day, her leg wound worsens. She notices something horrifying. Maggots have burrowed into the gash. The sight makes her gag, but she recalls her father's lessons. Maggots eat dead tissue, preventing worse infection. She leaves them be, grimacing at the thought. The jungle is no place for weakness. She keeps moving. Her steps slower now, her body weaker. The stream widens, a sign she's nearing a larger river. Hope flickers, but so does despair. She's so tired, so hungry, so alone. On the 8th day, she hears a faint drone overhead. A plane. Her heart leaps. She waves frantically, shouting, but the dense canopy hides her from view. The plane fades into the distance. Despair crashes over her like a wave. She sinks to her knees, tears streaming down her face. For the first time, she wonders if she'll die out here. But then she remembers her parents' faces, their love, their belief in her. She wipes her tears and stands. She's not done fighting. By the 9th day, Juliane is a shadow of herself. Her dress hangs in tatters. Her bare foot is a mess of cuts and blisters. Her infected leg throbs, the maggots still burrowing. She's out of candy, surviving on stream water alone. Then she spots a king vulture circling above. In the Amazon, vultures mean death. Her heart sinks, but she follows its path. It leads her to a larger river, wide and powerful. Rivers mean people. Her hope reignites. She follows the riverbank, her body screaming in protest, her mind focused on survival. On the 10th day, Juliane is barely standing. Her strength is gone, her infections are spreading, she's dehydrated, starving, and delirious. Then, a miracle. She stumbles upon a small boat moored by the river. A boat means humans. She limps toward it, her heart racing. Nearby, she finds a small hut, a shelter used by loggers. Exhausted, she collapses inside. She finds a can of kerosene, a disinfectant. Recalling her father's advice, she pours it on her leg wound to kill the maggots. The pain is excruciating. She screams, her voice echoing in the empty hut. But the maggots stop moving. She's bought herself time. She sleeps in the hut, too weak to move. Her body is failing, but her spirit holds on. On the 11th day, she hears voices, footsteps. 3 loggers enter the hut, their faces shocked. Juliane, emaciated and ghostly, looks like a jungle spirit. She speaks, her voice barely a whisper. "I'm Juliane Koepcke. I was on the plane." The loggers are stunned. They give her food, bread, a bit of fruit. They clean her wounds with gentle hands. They carry her to their boat and take her downriver to a small village. From there, a local pilot flies her to a hospital in Pucallpa. Juliane's survival is nothing short of a miracle. Doctors treat her broken collarbone, her infected wounds, her malnutrition. She's alive, but the cost is heavy. She learns the truth. She's the sole survivor of Lanza 508. Her mother, the other passengers, the crew, all 91 others are gone. Grief washes over her, but so does gratitude. She's alive. She made it. In the hospital, Juliane begins to heal. Her father arrives, his face a mix of relief and sorrow. They hold each other, mourning Maria. Juliane helps authorities locate the crash site, using her memory of the river and jungle. The investigation reveals Lanza's negligence, poor maintenance, ignored safety protocols. The crash was preventable, a bitter truth. Juliane's story doesn't end in the jungle. She returns to Germany, completes her education, and earns a PhD in zoology, honoring her parents' legacy. She writes a memoir, When I Fell from the Sky, sharing her story with the world. She becomes an advocate for aviation safety and Amazon conservation, her life a bridge between science and survival. Her story inspires documentaries, films, and countless people. A teenage girl, armed with knowledge and courage, defied death in one of the harshest places on Earth. What makes Juliane's story so extraordinary? It's not just the fall, 10,000 feet, a height that should have killed her. It's not just the 11 days in the Amazon, battling hunger, infection, and despair. It's her resilience, her refusal to give up, her ability to draw on her parents' teachings, her own inner strength to keep going when everything seemed lost. Juliane Koepcke is a reminder that the human spirit can endure the unimaginable, that even in the darkest moments, hope can light the way. As we close, think about this. What would you do if you were in Juliane's place? Alone in the jungle, injured, with no food, no certainty of rescue. Would you find the strength to keep going? Her story challenges us to look within, to find our own resilience. Juliane Koepcke fell from the sky and walked out of the jungle. She's proof that survival isn't just about the body, it's about the mind, the heart, the will to live. This was Phantom Archived, where survival isn't just a story, it's proof of human resilience. Got a tale you want unearthed? Drop it in the comments. Until then, stay strong, stay curious, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that defy the odds.